Hey family, can y'all see me? I need to check over here because I am using some new technology and I can't see if you guys can see me. And I would hate to do this whole live and not be live. So let's see. Can y'all see me? If so, put something in the chat because I want to get started right away. It has been a very long day, a great day, but a very long day. But as promised, I am here doing my very first live. Hello, hello, hello. So, like I said, I hope you all can see me on my live because I cannot see myself, but I'm here. Oh, y'all can. Yay. Okay, great. Well, later in a bit, I'm going to have someone joining me on today's live. Um, I'm going to be clicking her in very soon because today's topic, we are going to be talking about holding true to your resolution because that's what I have been talking about all month. We've talked about the five steps to, how to have those personal resolutions and the five steps on those work resolutions because you all know that I'm all about that work life balance. Even though we're going to get into that whole little thing of does that really exist? Is that really a thing? Work life balance. Is that really exist? I mean, for some, we might say it is, and for others, we might say, yeah, not so much. But hey, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Here for the whole conversation. So, if you have not had a chance to check out that those videos, I actually did a series. It was just a really short series. I did an introduction, and then I went right into the series, and so it was just two videos on that. And now we're going to close it out with a live discussion on how, well, basically holding true to resolutions. So as you're coming on, please feel free to jump into the chat, and I'll try to take your questions as they come in. But as we get started, I'm gonna bring my guest Nikki on board. Nikki, give me 1 second here. This is something new to me. This is a new little platform. So let me see how I'm gonna do it. Oh, girl. Yes, can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we in there. We in there.
Yes.
Okay. So, Nikki, as I was saying, I have all week I have been doing a on my page. I have been going and doing videos on resolutions because that's
Hmm.
really big for the new year. Everybody's getting their New Year's resolutions and things of that sort. And sometimes people don't really agree with New Year's resolutions because they feel like, oh, they just played out. And then I kind of took a different twist on it and said that, to me, I felt like the reason why people was getting burnt out on the whole New Year resolutions type of thing is because um, they were looking at it as another way of just setting standard regular goals. And to me, resolutions are so much deeper than that. They are more of personal, um, dire things that, are going to change your life on a more holistic level, meaning that you are going to be changed if it's emotionally, spiritually, financially. in a way like that. It's just not a way of like, oh, I'm just going to, lose weight. No, you have to take that much deeper. I'm going to get healthier because this is now an issue of life or death. It's not just about losing weight. It's much deeper than that. So when you're setting a resolution versus, a typical goal, if you look at it that way, it becomes more, personal. So when I say holding true to your resolutions, that is how I personally view resolutions and how I hold true to them now. Because I didn't always hold true to them. I'm not gonna sit there. I'll sit there and was like everybody else, girl. Yeah, I'm gonna get these resolutions. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. And first of all, what we do is we have too many. We try to do like way too many. We
Yeah,
coming in with this whole new everything. No, it's
unrealistic as well.
real.
Unreal.
Yes, we are not being realistic. We're trying to play ourselves because we already know that if we have not been morning people our entire lives,
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, we're not going to watch a couple of videos that do some 4 a.m. morning routines and we about to all of a sudden get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be struggling every
Mm-hmm.
time. I love them videos. I be
Absolutely.
inspired, but I'm not doing it. I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm gonna stick
Absolutely.
to my 7. That's what I'm gonna
Absolutely.
stick to. I'm a night owl, so
Absolutely.
what works for you. So it's like, and we're not realistic to what is working for our life. So for one thing, when you're holding true to resolutions, make them personal. It's not just about a goal. What would you say?
Start with small goals, what's achievable, so that you can stay motivated. Say I want to lose weight, like healthy. So when the weight comes off, it's a bonus. Smaller goals and meet those, and then start with the medium size, if you will. The smallest financial goals, to save $5,000 a year, $5 out of each check, and add that up over a year, but just increase it every year, and truly say start with small goals and stick to it. So then you'll feel more excited, motivated. That goal of 500 is like, oh, okay, now $20 a paycheck. And so I would always say, don't start with big goals, because when you don't achieve it in February, looking crazy, and then it's like, okay, start next year in January, right? My
Mm-hmm.
resolution start, it may be February up in January 1. So it's you be consistent and set a goal. And so some people get down on themselves because they don't start January. Every day is a new day to get started on those small goals,
Oh,
small
I like that you
ones.
said that. Yes, yes, family that are listening, please understand. I like when Nikki said, every day is a new day. It's a new opportunity to do something different. Every day is a new day. So do not think that because I didn't start something January 1st, I didn't, start something at the beginning of this. Because me personally, I look forward to my birthday because to me, that's really my new year because that's when my year changes. I have turned a whole another year. Yes, I'm real big. I set my typical New Year's resolutions on um New Year's, out of tradition, but I set my own personal, when I tell you a different set of goals for myself around my birthday time. And it gets real crucial because I get very, I can be very hard on myself around that time because I'm looking back over
Yes.
my life for that year. And sometimes I'm like, well, dang, I could have did so much more. I could have, done this or what did, and sometimes it's just reflecting on what did I do with that time since I didn't accomplish this or this. And then I have to kind of check
Right.
myself on going to that time management. Something else that we'll be talking about on
Mm-hmm.
this channel, with lifestyle. Because to me, lifestyle, because I am a lifestyle blogger, work life power coach, and all of that stuff. And all of that stuff is great, but all of it comes down to a lot of things that encompasses lifestyle. What does your lifestyle look like? It's so much more than just going shopping and going out to eat
Mm-hmm.
and looking cute. We doing we live for that.
Absolutely.
But what else is goes into a particular person's lifestyle? And mine in particular, a lot goes into it. It's like one day I have a lot going on at church. I might have be out of town for my son's football game. I might be doing ministry over here. I might be doing coaching over here. I might have to do a conference over here. I might be in court here. So it's a lot of stuff that go into that. And then now I'm not doing anything on some days or some weeks, and now I'm backed up, and the next thing you know, I done just got so behind. I'm just like, oh, okay. Next thing you know, my birthday came up, and I said, I done had about 5 things on this list that I ain't done, and I go back and I say, wow, is it because, like we said earlier, Charlene, did I have too much going on? Probably so, probably so. But
And
like you said,
also,
I don't have to start at the new year. Start today. Start today. I
absolutely.
like that. I like that. What do you do,
And another,
Nikki?
go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to ask you, what do you do when you get off track? When you seem to get off track from your goals or your resolutions in this case?
I always tell myself, don't let your ambition unattainable levels. Don't be to do it to where are unattainable. So when I take a step back, because usually I'm so ambitious to get it all done. I'll check about everything. Like if I have 5 trying to touch on all of them, and I get overwhelmed and say, okay, let's do the most important one. Let's do that one first. That's
Yep.
more dire, right?
Yep.
Let's take a look at that one,
Yep.
and then take a step back, and then get back on track. Life happens; it's easy to get off track, you know. Track.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I tried to put on another mic to see if you guys can hear me better. So, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Was I chopped at first?
You're kind of chopping up.
Okay.
We can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Am
I
I
hear.
back now?
Yes, I hear
Well, let me
you
just
now.
keep working on what I was working. I was trying. See, I was trying to test some stuff out. How when you live and you try to test stuff out, hey, sometimes you don't get to test it first. So I was trying
Trial
to
and
see if
error.
my other microphone work
Trial.
better, but I guess y'all can hear me. So, but yeah, and I like that because when you are like when I get off track, you're right. When I get off track, sometimes the best thing I could do is just stop and go to sleep. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I just gotta
Fix
stop.
everything.
I'm like, you know what? Because
Absolutely.
something ain't working, and apparently, I'm not doing something right, and today I'm done. So I have to like
Absolutely.
literally like stop and just go to sleep. And because things come to me late. Like I'm a midnight in the midnight hour, person. So I started keeping a journal notebook type. This a little book, nothing fancy. See if I can see something about the side, like just something like this. Usually is by my desk. Like I keep something like this by my desk. You see, I got my little stickies because I be tagging stuff that I need to get to real quick all day. I keep it something like this, and I and in doing that, I will when God wakes me up, I'll write it down. Simple as that. Write it down. And and leave it alone. Write it down. And sometimes I don't always know, and then sometimes it bothers me because it be so good. I can't stop, and I just be boom boom. And my husband say, "What time did you go to bed?" I'm like, "Man, it's about 2 o'clock." I mean, I just couldn't. My mind was just going and going and going. But sometimes I just have to just stop because I done got completely off track. I done got on something else, ran off, doing something else, and I had to and it's like he got to bring you back because you didn't. A lot of times, as women, we're talented beings. Okay, we're talented beings, and we're very good at a lot of things. Uh, but it doesn't mean that we need to be doing everything. So, and
Absolutely.
Charlene, you will agree with this that sometimes we just gotta just stop and do nothing. Stop and do nothing for a moment and get back on track. And that's the best way that that I find. And I write. I'm a person. I'm a digital person as well because I do keep a digital calendar. Um, I don't have it in front of me right now, but I do keep a digital calendar. But I live by mostly my happy planner. I love it. I love it. I love it. I haven't shown my viewers on my um, page yet, but I do have my happy planner of the year. I get one every year, and I might do like a flip through on one of my um, stories. And I live by this planner. And what I do is I write everything down in this planner. Everything I got or, organized from day every day. Everything I need to do. I got tabs broken down. I have bottom tabs right now. I do have bottom tabs that go in here and all of that stuff. And I make it be fun. I make it be fun. I make it so I want to look in here and see what's going on.
Absolutely.
That's what I do.
It's
And I look at it
funny you
every day.
say that.
Uh,
It's funny. His husband asked me. He said he know when I started shopping for me a cute planner. He said that every year I got to have my planner at letterbone.com.
decorate yourself and do it because it makes you want to look at it. Because what is the worst thing to do is to have a planner and you don't use it because it's pointless. But I do that and I go back to the drawing board, and that's how I feel like it's important to try to get back on track. Personally.
And also we have to refuel. You can't refuel if it's always stop and refuel.
You cannot you right. If we have to refuel. That's interesting that you say that because how do you refuel?
Me, I actually love to read. I love quietness sometimes, but sometimes I watch movies. That's how I refuel. Just take my mind away. Tasks, just bubble baths, reading. Every now and then, walks in the park. But
I like that. Yeah. I sort of like you. I refuel in different ways. I'm a big bad person, and like I said, watching movies. I'm a big audio book listener. Because it's like I feel like I'm in the story, and it's like I'm my niece and stuff. They'll come and she said, Auntie, I heard you listening to your book because I just be in here just working away, and I'm just like I'm in the story because I can't have like the television on and like the radio stuff that's really just gone. I don't know. It's something about that. But when I'm listening to like a book, I could just escape in that. So that's interesting you say that. Yeah, and that's like a good way. I never looked at it as refueling, but yeah, that is a good way. Good way. Good way. Well, here's I wanted us to talk about vision parties. Vision parties. See,
mm-hmm.
uh, they've become what is somewhat of a new rave. Um, and I agree that they can be absolutely amazing. Uh,
Mhm.
no, baby. Uh, do uh, do you believe that vision parties are basically a good thing, or do you feel like they just like a waste of time, or what a good way to be creative or to get your juices flowing? What?
From the person, if you're a follow through person, visual person. So for me, seeing is believing. Every day, that's back to those goals. When I see my GLE, Mercedes Benz, so I know I gotta meet those goals to G-Wagon. Both of them are on there. But hey, it's on my vision board. So for
Yep.
someone and is a visual person, I see it every day. It remotivates you. You feel like giving up. You got to sit on your way out the door. The coworker maybe getting on your nerve, and you're on your last. You think about that vision board. Nope. I gotta go. I'm on a. If the person is a follow through person, just needs some type of direction. I think it gives some people to visualize and at that moment to kind of just follow through. For me, I love vision boards. It helps jumps every year. Okay, well I accomplished this, and it can check off, highlight
Yeah.
off, smiley face. I feel so accomplished. I got this done, and some type of direction every day versus keeping it all here and it drives you crazy. I put my stickers on it, maybe so challenging, but it's some of my stickers, smiley face on there. I've accomplished that for me, you know.
Yeah.
And me language is words. So for me, when I check off those things on my vision board, that makes me light up. Can find their own love language and use it in that way, come together for them. So I think
You know what? And I agree with you with that, because I feel like, yeah, they may have started off as a big rave thing, but I honestly feel as though that they are amazing. I do, because they really make, if you really think about it, they make you think, because it's just so much more than just cutting out pictures of a magazine. You are, because they are symbols. They represent something in your life. It may not have so much even to do with that particular picture. It's what it symbolizes to you, and when you see it, it's all that matters. It doesn't matter what other people may see. They may see like, what is that on what is that even? Like my cousin, she was talking when we did the live vision board party. She was talking about how she uses a lot of words on her vision boards, because she loves words. She's big on affirmations and things like that. Well, I'm like kind of a mixture. I like pictures because I'm a visual person too. I'm a hands-on person. I want to get in there and do it, but I have to see it. It is like almost when I'm doing something or I'm trying to get somewhere. It's like, for me to really believe that I can do it, it's like I have to see myself at the end of
mm-hmm.
it, actually doing it. And if I can't really see myself doing it, it means it to me it's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing when you're like, oh, that'll be fun. It's like I can see myself. I'm too squirmy to be like a nurse, for instance. I love helping people, like on the psychology part. Like I got that now. Going to school to be an IO psychologist and all that, and That hey, I can do behavioral stuff and mental health all day, but honey, blood and you're gonna take me out of here, okay? Because I'm gonna be
Hold
like,
the blood. Hold.
I can't handle it. But then I have my cousin, she'll straighten up. She'll be like, girl, that ain't nothing. Girl, come over here and do this and pick this up. You know, it just be a whole little, thing. And so it's like you have to
Absolutely.
see yourself at the end, just doing it. And so I that's what I feel about
Do you also?
about vision
Do you
boards and
also?
doing it. It's not just a rave. I really don't. I don't feel what they may have started as. They're not.
Right.
And I do
Do you?
feel like it's a good way
Do
to
you
jump door
feel?
your new year.
Absolutely. Do you feel? I think I cut you off, but do you feel like it's an accountability tool?
Yeah, it is because one year I did a whole vision board and I think I put that thing like in the closet or somewhere and we were moving and and I found it and I said, oh girl, you ain't done nothing on this, but at the same time, at least I had thought that, but at the same time, because I write so much stuff down too, it kind of had lined up. But I did have to go back and be like, hey, some of this stuff you didn't write down. You had it on your vision board, but you didn't put it back. You didn't put it on paper. So I have to do both, because I have to be accountable for both. I have to look and then look. Because as I'm working, I pull out that's how I do. I brain dump a lot, which I'll talk about that on my channel as well. I brain dump a lot, because especially I'm about to do a big brain dump this month that I might show do a video on, and because I usually do it at either the beginning of the end, and sometimes like in the middle, especially if there's a lot of stuff going on, and I just got to get it all out, and I just be writing anything that is come to mind, and I'm be in any order, and I just start taking things from my brain dump and putting them on my to-do list, or what got to come up. So that is what also kind of can get in the way of our vision, because then you the brain dumped all throughout the year.
Right.
And some of the other stuff that got pushed to the side. So
Yes,
sorry about these allergies be wearing me out. But just a couple more things before we leave. I know in addition to vision board parties, I wanted to share with you ladies and gentlemen that may be joining us is that some other things that you can attend that can really help you throughout the year. Yeah, Charlene, absolutely. Vision boards are a good reminder of things you should be doing and hold you accountable. Absolutely. I totally agree because that's stuff that you committed to doing yourself. So I totally agree with that because once you put it on there, you're making a commitment saying, I'm going to do this. And it almost is like you have to tell yourself, I ain't telling myself the truth, you know. So,
Right.
yeah, Jackie, you like this? Hey, y'all, that's my editor. I love her. She's amazing. Call her up. You need one. But yes, in addition to vision board parties, I totally agree with going to conferences, special events, things of that sort. Like, it's a lot of like, what's they that got the meet and greets and networking things that people. Those are amazing too for especially small businesses that's trying to get out there and just getting to know other people that do like things. Like for instance, I am a woman with many hats. But one of my baby is Epiphany 516, which is a coaching consultant agency in which I am a work life power balance coach and I help women, just let go or live a more balanced, healthier, holistic lifestyle by getting rid of or learning how to better manage their time, better manage their anxiety, their depression, and things of that sort. And so we have to get down to the root of what is causing these things, and in turn, just living just like a much healthier lifestyle overall, whatever it may be that is specific for their life, because everybody's
Mhm.
life is different, even though it may be look very similar. Things that will change their life in their work atmosphere as well as their home atmosphere. And so that's what I love to do. Um, and I do it in different ways. I meet, one on one. I'm EMDR trained. Once again, am a I am a counselor. I do spiritual counseling. I do conferences, networks. I do a lot of coaching and time management, because that is a big one. A lot of it is big in relationships, meaning relationships between co-workers relationships, between
Mhm.
boss and employee, just relationships when you're trying to maneuver in society, period. I do a lot of things in companies where I go in there and will work with that company and tell them what they need to do to fix a particular problem that they're having within their company. So it's a lot of different things that I work with. So in doing that, I've had to network, and that's where I've been able to get the majority of my clients. So yes, oh, thank you, love you, Charlene. I love you, love you, love you. And so, but it's rewarding, and that's why I say those are good. And I always love to bring, when I have opportunities to bring on another guest who also, has a small business and things of that sort. I want to be able to share the love. And Nikki, tell us a little bit about your business.
Okay, so I am a licensed. I specialize in just making women feel good about, because, like Dr. Brown said, most hats, you even if it's just mother, wife, friend, those are a lot of hats to juggle.
Yes,
So,
yes,
with that being said, we just put ourselves on the back burner. We always around us feel good about ourselves, about themselves. Kind of got into the beauty industry because I want everyone. We want everyone else to feel good about themselves. Specialize in facial pampering type certain things like that. So
yes,
my Instagram is beauty bar. That's KARABEAUTI bar. So you can go in there and check out some of my work. And then some more content on there. But care of people than putting on a lot of content up all the time about that.
yeah.
So
And
you can check me out
I
on there.
actually link her information below, so everyone could have it, because she does it all. She's very detailed, and she's very particular in her skincare and the skincare of women. And I would link her Instagram and things of that sort, so other ladies that will like to support her business, that would be great. And also, I would also like to ask if you would want to be a part of one of our lives when we're talking about, women in business, women in personal life, women in relationships, women in general, like Nikki said, women as moms, women as wives, women as pastors' wives, because that's what I am personally, women as dog lovers, because I got a dog that sits over here that, like, he just comes in here like this, like he thinks that we're all on live together. Ain't that right, Bear? He hasn't seen. Yeah, okay. So, and let's talk about things in general. I plan to do these lives more often, to just talk about things in general and just wrap up some things that we don't get to talk about in as much detail in the video. And you get to leave your comments,
Mhm.
and hopefully like I said, if you want to join in, leave it down in the comments below. Leave your email, and I will get you on the show. Good topics, Charlene. Charlene, hey, you want to get on the show, Charlene? Give me your email address, and I'll get you on here. All right? Because next month I will have another special guest, and we're gonna be talking about something with relationships. Okay, it's gonna be good because y'all know next month is Valentine's Day, and I got I ain't gonna even tell y'all right now. It's so good. I got a good one for you. We're gonna be talking about some relationships. But anyway, if you haven't already, please go and check out my website at www.drlakeishabrown.com. I do have a 30-day Bible challenge that is coming up, and I want to show you guys that I actually have a digital version of this. I just actually downloaded a printable version of my 30-day Bible challenge. Yes,
Okay.
yes. Epiphany
Yeah.
16, and it is days, and you go through, and you will have, like it starts at day one, of course, and you go through each day, and it's hard to see, but it starts off with your challenge and your prayer, and then you have your um morning journaling, your evening journal, and then a place to notes and things of that sort. And also, for a limited time, I do have what I am some affirmation gift boxes that I have, and it's just going to be for a limited guest, limited uh, uh, availability, because we have only made so many, and they will be you can use them to pair them with your 30-day challenge. And these were the affirmation cards that you will get in your a part of your affirmation gift box, along with some other cute little affirmation trinkets that you will just have to wait and see when your box arrives. So if you want to sign up for that, you can go and sign up for that on my website. And the pre-order for the affirmation card should be up this week. The affirmation gift card box actually should be up this week. And yeah, also check me out on Instagram. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Check me out on Instagram and all that good stuff. And until next time, love y'all. Thank you, Nikki. Love y'all. Bye.
Love you too.